Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United defender Harry Maguire breaks silence on failed West Ham move. Manchester United defender Harry Maguire has hinted that his transfer to West Ham United failed to materialise due to financial reasons. The Red Devils agreed a deal worth £30 million to sell Maguire to the Hammers this summer, but the centre-back did not join the London club. Maguire was prepared to accept a pay cut to sign for West Ham, but he wanted United to compensate for the same with a huge payoff. As a result, the move did not happen. United were happy to keep him, while the Hammers decided to sign Mavropanos instead. Speaking to Express, Maguire hinted that the deal broke down over the payment terms. He said, "How can I put this? We just didn't come to an agreement. They were happy for me to stay, and I was happy to fight for my place. I want to do that, and every time I train or play, I will give everything." Meanwhile, the former United captain said that he is confident of playing plenty of games despite his limited role at the start of the season. He added, "I know at the moment, when I have not started a game in the first 4 games of the season, the story comes to me. I want to play games, I want to play football. The first 4 weeks were hard because it was 1 game a week and the manager didn't select me, but we have lots of games coming up now, and I'm sure I will play lots of games." Maguire has had a difficult start to the season with United. He has played only 23 minutes of normal time. That came in the Arsenal defeat after Lisandro Martinez was substituted. Martinez did not play any minute for Argentina in their recent World Cup qualifiers, and we should know more about his fitness in Ten Hag's upcoming press conference. If the World Cup winner is not 100% fit, Maguire could replace partner Victor Lindelof in the heart of the defense against Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday afternoon. Doubts over Lisandro Martinez's availability for a Brighton and Hove Albion game. Manchester United resume Premier League action after the international break with a game against Brighton and Hove Albion at Old Trafford. Their injury slate hasn't cleared much despite the 2-week break, and a huge blow could be coming their way. James Ducker of The Telegraph reports that there are doubts over Lisandro Martinez's availability for the Brighton game. The Argentine was subbed off against Arsenal after sustaining an injury, but travelled with his national team in the break. However, Argentina didn't use him in the games as they were careful with his injury issues, which could now sideline him from United Premier League return. It comes as a big blow to Erik ten Hag as Martinez's injury wasn't believed to be serious initially. The nature of his injury will cause further concern to the club and the coaching staff. He went down against Arsenal with an issue in the same foot, right, where he broke his metatarsal last year near the end of the season. It forced him to miss the business end of the season as he was absent for 7 weeks when he recuperated from the injury. He made his comeback in the United pre-season this year and looked good. Consequently, he started every Premier League game for the club this season until the Arsenal tie forced him to come off. Martinez's absence will hurt even more as he remains the only left-sided centre-back option in the squad because Luke Shaw is injured and Johnny Evans' reliability is under question. Already tackling an increasing injury list, this is the latest headache for Ten Hag in a season that promised a lot but has started off shakily. Qatar and Turkey remain options as Man United try to move on Donny van de Beek. The summer transfer window was another example of how poor Manchester United are when it comes to moving players who are on big wages. Manager Erik ten Hag wanted quite a few gone so as to utilize the raised capital to try and reinforce further, especially in defense and up front. However, the only established first-team star to leave was Fred, while the likes of Harry Maguire, Donny van de Beek and Scott McTominay all ended up staying. While the manager still has use for the English defender and the Scotsman, there seems to be no way back for the former Ajax star. He has endured a nightmarish few years since he arrived in Manchester, and his fortunes did not even change under his former Ajax coach. Van de Beek was linked with the clubs all across Europe, with Real Sociedad coming really close to a deal only for it to fall through in the end. The likes of Lorient also tried, but the player was said to be waiting for bigger clubs to come in, something which did not exactly pan out. Turkish sides Galatasaray and Fenerbahce have been trying for the 26-year-old, but the chance to play in Europe has gone. However, the door remains open, at least till September 15. United were said to be desperate that they were even willing to sanction a loan deal for the versatile midfielder who was not named in United Champions League squad. While he did find a place in United Premier League squad, there is a pretty good chance he might not see too much game between now and January. Inter Milan are said to be willing to come back for him in winter, but United are reportedly looking at more exotic destinations in a bid to offload the Dutch international as quickly as possible. The Turkish transfer window remains open until 15 September, and the clubs in Qatar have until 18 September to make signings. Agent convinced Man United star has burned his bridges and could seal a transfer back to former club. One leading football agent is convinced that Jadon Sancho has burned his bridges at Manchester United after a public row with manager Erik ten Hag. The England international was recently left out of Man United's squad to take on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, and Ten Hag was critical of the players' performances in training when asked to explain why he didn't include him. Sancho then hit out at the manager with a social media statement, which has since been deleted, insisting he didn't want to be made a scapegoat. Speaking to The Athletic, one unnamed agent says it now looks like it's over for Sancho at Old Trafford, suggesting that a move back to former club Borussia Dortmund could be something to look out for in January. He said, unless he does something miraculous, he is kind of burned his bridges at United. Sancho was superb in his first spell at Dortmund, so it could be a good move for him to return to Germany to try to revive his career, especially as others who don't know him as well might not be keen to take a gamble on him after seeing how poorly he is performed in his time with the Red Devils. Player amazed by Rasmus Hojlund's lightning fast rise from Copenhagen to Man United. Stormy Graz forward William Boving has said that he is amazed by the lightning fast rise of Rasmus Hojlund from Copenhagen to Manchester United. Hojlund is regarded as one of the best young strikers in European football, and he has made significant strides over the past 18 months at club level. In January last year, the Dane was still contracted to Copenhagen. He made a late move to Stormy Graz before the winter transfer window closed. He played only 21 times for Graz before his move to Atalanta in August 2022. After just one season in Serie A, United were convinced to sign him. Speaking to Bold.dk, Boving said that Hojlund's career graph has been crazy considering the speed at which he has made the move to Old Trafford. Boving, who also played with Hojlund at Copenhagen, added that everyone at Graz are impressed by him as his journey has been lightning fast and good. He said, It's crazy. It's crazy because there aren't many people who take such a fast path forward, but it's really good and he is taking the chances he's been given. He is a big boy who makes good use of it, so well done him. They are impressed. When asked about the reaction at Graz, they think it's crazy because they got a player from FCK who first got his breakthrough in Stormy Graz, and the journey after has been lightning fast and good. Hojlund's United debut was delayed until September after he joined the club with a back problem. The Dane impressed in his cameo appearance against Arsenal. He did not provide a goal threat, but caught the eye with his hold-up and link-up play. The striker gave the Gunners' defense something to think about. Gabriel Magalhaes looked uncomfortable due to the physical presence of the summer signing. Hojlund should be a regular starter for United starting this weekend. He has the opportunity to make an instant impact on his home debut with his maiden goal. Jamie Carragher slams Andre Onana for yelling at Harry Maguire during Manchester United pre-season. Jamie Carragher has slammed Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana for yelling at Harry Maguire during the pre-season friendly against Dortmund in July. The Cameroon international was making his second appearance for the Red Devils in the game after joining from Inter Milan earlier in the month. He was unhappy with the England international centre-back after his error gave the Bundesliga side a goal-scoring opportunity, which he saved. Onana, incandescent with rage over Maguire's mistake, sprinted 7 yards to give the Englishman a piece of his mind. The former Man United captain soaked up the berating, and Carragher could not believe what he saw from the Cameroonian. He said, Manchester United fans jeered Maguire during pre-season games in 2022 and 2023. One of the most distasteful incidents of all occurred during the friendly with Borussia Dortmund in July when a new signing Andre Onana started yelling at Maguire, in my view, disgracefully playing to the gallery to endear himself to United fans. I watched that in disbelief, but it said everything about what has gone wrong. Maguire was still the club captain then. He should have reacted furiously, put Onana in his box, and demanded respect. Instead, he has the persona of someone whose confidence and authority is utterly broken. Onana had every right to be angry at Maguire for his error, but he should have reacted better and not shooted at his teammate in a friendly match. The goalie had no point to make and only contributed to the ridicule the England international has endured for a while. Both parties would have made up behind the scenes, and Onana may wish he never screamed at Maguire, but the damage has already been done. Besiktas make loan offer for Hannibal Mejbri. Final decision depends on Erik ten Hag. Turkish giants Besiktas have made a straight loan offer for Manchester United midfielder Hannibal Mejbri, according to Fanatic. The midfielder was involved for United in 3 preseason games, but he has yet to appear in the Premier League this term. It's now reported that Besiktas recently proposed to sign him on loan with an option to buy, but United rejected the proposal. The Istanbul outfit have since returned with a dry loan offer for Mejbri, but United are reluctant to consider his departure. United boss Erik ten Hag will reportedly make the final decision over the youngster's future before the Turkish transfer deadline. United signed Mason Mount and Sofyan Amrabat during the summer transfer window. The deal should have a direct impact on the playing time of Mejbri. The Tunisian could be restricted to occasional cameos off the bench. Ten Hag has the option of loaning him out to Besiktas to gain experience, but we believe the youngster will stay until the turn of the year. The manager may want sufficient depth to deal with an injury crisis. Mejbri could be allowed to leave after Kobbie Mainoo returns to action. Mainoo was a revelation for United in the preseason, but picked up a freak knee injury against Real Madrid after a poor challenge from Casemiro. The United graduate is anticipated to be fit for the second half of the campaign. Manchester United could revisit Rico Henry interest next summer. Manchester United were left scrambling during the closing stages of the summer transfer window after news emerged of Luke Shaw's injury. After links with various players all across Europe, United settled on Sergio Reguilon of Tottenham Hotspur after a deal with Marco Correa of Chelsea collapsed. The Spaniard is yet to play a game, and his contract includes a break clause in January, which will allow United to send him back to his parent club if both their fullbacks recover from their injuries. During their search for left backs, United had Brentford's Rico Henry on the list and had even completed initial checks with the Bees for the 26-year-old. Now, as per Football Insider, United could yet again approach the London side for the fullback next summer, and Thomas Frank will not stand in the way of a move as long as their asking price is met. The report read, Brentford could accept an offer of £35 million plus for left-back Rico Henry in 2024. Sources have told Football Insider Erik ten Hag's side weren't able to afford a permanent move for the defender, but could revisit the situation next year. The Englishman has been on the fringes of the national team setup, but his consistent displays for his club could very well see him rewarded with a national team call-up soon. Henry has been an ever-present part of Frank's team, missing only one game throughout the course of last season, while he started all league games this campaign. While the player has shown impressive growth, United seem to be well stocked in left back if and when everyone is fit, and other areas are in more urgent need of repairs. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.